Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. Time for another video. I'm really enjoying making these videos lately. It's been a lot of fun. You guys have been giving a lot of support with the comments, all that good stuff. So on this video, I'm going to be hanging around in the comment section. If you have any questions, anything like that, I'm going to respond to more than usual. Also throw around a couple hearts as well to get those comments bumped up. So drop a comment if you have any questions or just have anything to say at all. But this time, we're going to take a look at the Asus Zenfone 5Z, and I actually tweeted about this and posted on Instagram about it, and a lot of the conversation is saying, oh, is this better than the OnePlus 6? That's a very good question because it does have very good specs at a price point that competes with the OnePlus 6. The Zenfone 5Z is up for pre-order right now, releasing on August 13th at $500. So what do you get for that $500 price point? You get the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 845 processor, so the latest and best processor out right now. You get 6 gigs of RAM, you get a 1080p LCD display, also a dual camera system on the back. So I'm really excited to actually try this guy out. I'll be posting some pictures that I've taken with this phone on my Instagram as well. Might want to follow that link down below, of course. And that's about it. So I want to go ahead and open this up, quickly show you what comes in the box, and also give some first impressions. Let's get started. Here it is, the Asus Zenfone 5Z. We love photo. Looking at the back, you will see I have the midnight blue variant, LTE dual SIM, 64 gigs of internal storage as well. Let's go ahead and open it up and take a peek at what's inside right away. Again, we heart photo. They really love photo, so again, I am really excited to test out this rear camera and see how it performs. So a little different with the packaging, actually. Most of the time, the phone is the first thing you see. Not the case this time. We got the SIM ejection tool. You have all of your good old booklets, get started guide, all that jazz, and then what looks to be a case, which is really nice that they included that. I'm a big fan of companies including all extras, including headphones and cases. Let's see if I can actually get this opened. There we go. And let's take a look at it. It looks to be a clear case, a little flexible as well. I'll throw this on in just a second. Let's continue. Next up, we do have the phone itself. There it is. We can go ahead and peel off this plastic to reveal the phone. Very reflective phone, but I'm loving how the light kind of reflects almost like a sunbeam out of the fingerprint scanner, and you got the rays going. But there you have it. I'm going to set this to the side, and we're going to continue on and see real quick what else comes in this box. Flipping this up, looks like you have all of your extra goodies, including your charging AC adapter right here. Looks like you have some headphones, USB Type A to USB Type C charging cable, and some headphones as well. Awesome that Asus included those with some extra earbuds in case your ear size is a little bit different. And notice something about these headphones. It has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack because, of course, the phone has one down at the bottom. As promised, here's a look at the phone with the case on. Cutouts seem to be just fine, all in the right places as well. It does not cover up the buttons on the side, as you can tell. So yeah, overall, seems to be good. It does overlap the display, so you can kind of set it down flat like this, and it's not actually hitting the display. So booted it up for the first time, we are on the welcome screen. I would like to kind of take a closer look at some of the hardware aspects, headphone jack, charging port, speaker as well. Moving along, a look at the buttons on the side. You'll see a power button and 2 volume rockers. Really no difference in the feel between the two. Up at the top, just the microphone. On the left side is where that dual SIM card slot is. And then flipping it over on the back is a closer look. That reflective back fingerprint scanner, dual camera in the upper left-hand corner. And then, of course, a look at the phone itself. And then up at the top, you will notice it does have a notch. I'm going to run through the startup and only talk about anything noteworthy. Also would like to mention that this midnight blue color is actually pretty dark. Right away, you get options to protect your phone. Face recognition is set by default. Set up fingerprint, set up PIN, pattern, password, or no thanks. We can go ahead and set up the fingerprint. So here we go to get started. Just set the finger down and lift up. It feels a little high up, the fingerprint scanner, compared to where I would normally hold my hand, but actually it seems okay. I think just a little bit higher than what I'm used to, so I don't think it's actually going to be an issue. I don't really have to adjust my hand placement on the phone. Looks like I'm eligible to claim a Google Drive promotion for storage. They have some data transfer and setup is complete. So just ran through it real quick. Really didn't set much up. Right away, here's a close-up of that 6.2-inch display with, of course, the notch being up top. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about the notch, if it bothers you or not. And as always, in my unboxing videos, I like to jump into settings and go into storage to see how much is used right out of the box. Haven't installed anything, taken any pictures. 13.56 gigs used out of the 64 gigs available. So there you have that. Now let's go ahead and fill up that storage. Let's go ahead and take a couple pictures. I'm not going to tag locations at the time being, but let's go ahead and snap pictures. Looks like HDR mode was on. I like it with the light here so you can see the changing contrast. Seems to be doing a good job at it. Shutter speed seems to be quick as well. Obviously these shots aren't going to turn out that great because I'm not holding it very still, but it's good to see how quick the exposure will change. It also looks like you can switch to the wide angle lens right there to capture a lot more into your shot. I'm actually a fan of the wide angle lenses, especially when doing things such as taking a skyline shot, maybe at a ball game, things like that. Having a wide angle lens can be very handy. And of course, the bottom right here, there is a Pro button to switch to your Pro mode. And again, I'm excited to use this camera. I will test it out a lot more. Review video coming soon. So be sure to click that subscribe button. So here's the home launcher Asus uses. Looks like they have Google on the far left. Swipe up to get your app drawer, and you have some app suggestions down at the bottom. There is a theme app, so nice that you will be able to customize your phone. Here's a look at the top here. Looks like you do have an AI boost that you can use. We'll have to test that out. Sorry, I didn't want to turn on Wi-Fi there. We can take a look at one-handed operation, blue light filter, multi-window, auto color temperature. That's kind of interesting. So it might, I'm curious to test this out to see how well that will work. You see the color temperature did seem to change there based on the lighting. Jumping into the settings app, looks like there's some advanced settings. Also, I'm noticing an arrow in the bottom left. You could go ahead and press it to hide that navigation bar, swipe up to access it again, and you can just repin it. So nice that you can kind of choose to go full screen. Now it looks like there's a lot of assistive tools, Game Genie, Beauty Live, Zen Emoji, a lot of different ones to go through. I want to go ahead and just check out AI features to see what it is. OptiFlex makes apps launch faster. Interesting. So you can speed up specific apps to launch faster, or have just the standard ones. You have AI charging, smart screen on, extend the look while you're looking at your phone, or AI ringtone, adjust the ringtone volume of the incoming call relative to the environmental noise level. That's interesting. I kind of like that, and again, really curious to try out all of these advanced features. They have kids mode, easy mode, quick actions for a fingerprint gesture to swipe for notifications, which I really like. You can swipe down twice to expand them. Now, enough of those. A lot more to dive into. Again, stay tuned for that full review. Let's test out that fingerprint scanner on the back. So 3, 2, 1, unlocks. 3, 2, 1, unlocks right away. Let's turn on the display. 3, 2, 1. Seems to be very quick, very accurate, as expected. So overall, that would be it for the Asus Zenfone 5Z. A lot more coverage to come on this device. Again, be sure to drop a comment. You might see some comparisons, all that good stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to click that thumbs up. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.